Alright, so...
It's November. Thanksgiving.
Our apologies for the last podcast that we had. Plans were to, obviously, as we had said in the previous one to that, plans were to go to the Dollar Tree and Walmart and something else.
And, like, do pumpkins and stuff like that.
So, that never ended up happening, and the reason why that never ended up happening was because we decided to be a little bit late on the Halloween trend, and we decided. Yeah, we ended up,
distracted.
Yeah, and,
Life.
I guess people go for pumpkins early now? Which, when I was younger, like, keeping in mind, I'm turning 26 in March of next year, but, like...
I'm turning 21 in February.
When I was younger, it was so... I remember literally on Halloween, when Adrian and I went to go and get dinner at Seth, and I said to my mom, I was like, oh yeah, how many kids do you expect to have tonight for trick-or-treaters? And she goes, you know, like, I'm expecting to have, like, 30, 40, da-da-da-da. So she got, like, 4 bags of candy.
Yeah.
She had 8.
She got about 60.
That's because you guys are in a more rural part of town. People don't really, like, stump off anymore.
Listen, I just want everyone to hear this. So, this person, we were just talking about this person,
yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Apparently, I don't lock my truck at night when I'm home. I don't lock my house, I don't lock my cars, nothing. I stayed at their house.
Yeah.
And they're like, lock the door in the cars. I'm like, for what?
No offense, but in that area, it's kind of sketchy, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
One of our friends that's got the same cars lives over in that area and is scary as fuck too.
But, like, I was like, he was like, wow, you just live in, like, one of those neighborhoods? I'm like, what's wrong with my neighborhood? It's safe, baby.
My aunt, Westbrook.
Yeah.
She, when Roy was alive, she sat there, they never locked their house until it was at night. They left everything. Actually,
I don't even lock it at night.
I think they locked their cars, but they never locked the door until they were home at night. And I guess it's because of the fact of safety and protection at that point. Like, you're sleeping, you don't know what the hell's coming up to your house.
Yeah, no, I still don't lock anything.
It's a Wilcox thing, it's fine.
It's a Wilcox thing you want to understand.
I don't know any of that.
Well, because what's the point? There's only one house key.
Because
my mom has it.
People who have more than one house key, for everybody that lives in the house, locks the door.
Watch this, okay? State issued key, bedroom key, truck key, that person's house key.
You have his house key?
And his car keys.
You want to know something? In case of an emergency.
When my parents were fighting?
Literally.
Uh-huh. He said anytime. I have a parking spot.
That's nice, though. Dude, this person's kid went into Halloween. Went trick-or-treating. That's cheesy. That's the cutest thing. Like, most unique thing. I mean, food in general, yeah, I've heard people doing all that shit.
My life's been crazy, y'all. I'll spill the deets when it's okay to.
Who do you gotta ask? Or do you gotta tell?
Well,
who's it? Some stuff.
Well, I got to talk to who's it, what's it, and I got to talk to that one because I'm also suing my ex. Chaotic.
I don't even know what to say in that situation.
Well, they were like, you can help Sam not get sued. I said, guys, I'd love to, because I don't want any mess with me and Sam. But I lost 60% of my arm. I'm going to have 60% of his income. If I were to say anything in that trial, do you want me to take 120K? Because I sure the fuck will. I could buy me a nice little more pit. No problem. Oh, another big news. This is legally mine. So I'm hanging up my Poppy's old place because this is the last vehicle registered in his name.
Oh, and as comfortable as you are saying, do you want to talk about what you found out about Poppy?
Oh, yes. Okay, so...
We ask for consent on these podcasts.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I don't know what I've said in the last few podcasts about him, but he was battling cancer, but he did not pass away from cancer. He actually got pneumonia and pus pockets in his lungs, and he had drowned. Every time I think about that, though, I think of that song that's Suffocation of Breathing. Because Poppy listened to it.
That's Papa Roach, right?
Yes. But Poppy listened to that music, and he would headbang to
He
it.
also apparently still doesn't see a chandelier, whatever it is, too. Was it chandelier?
It's Cheap Thrills and
Oh,
Chandelier.
that one. Yeah, those two, yeah.
Oh, this is from the last podcast. Still have it.
If nobody can see that podcast, I don't really know what to say. It got age restricted, and I don't know what it got age restricted on.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like
We had one view, and then it came up. But when they sent me the message, which I don't know if it's still on there, but when they sent me the message, they were like, "Oh yeah, we took a look at your video."
Yeah.
And as though it doesn't violate the guidelines, you might want to like make it for over 18. And I'm sitting there like, well, what the hell did I do? That was not. I mean, none of it's age appropriate if you think about it.
Not really.
The words that we use, the things that we say, not really age appropriate.
I'm not age appropriate. And do not bring me around your kids.
So, yeah, I don't know. So if you can't see, I think it was the high cast
10. I think this one's 11.
I gotta look that up. Let's see. I'm attached to Monroe's Wi-Fi. Yeah, by the way, we're sitting outside of Monroe's. I posted 11.
Oh, okay.
We're on 12. Yeah, so I still only got one view for it, and that was yours. So, unless they know somehow, some way that you're in that without them knowing that, like, it's your different separate account, I don't know. So,
I'll tell my grandma to watch it. She loves watching it.
Out of that, our 10 got 11 views. 9, I'm counting backwards. I was like, wait a second, did I just miss one? No, just going backwards. 9 got 22 views.
Oh, wow. What were we doing at number 9? Just bullshit.
Yeah. So, Highcast 8 got 14 views. 6, I go past 7 because I was 8.
Yeah.
6 got 13 views. 5 got 11 views. 4 got 11 views. 3 got 25 views.
Oh, wow.
2 got 113.
Wow.
And then our first one, it says copyright claim, but 42 views.
Damn.
Tell your friends to watch.
Tell your friends, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Oh, I swear to God, I was at 14 subscribers before my own. Now I'm at 15. We growing, bruh. We growing. Whoa. I almost lost my phone to the pavement. Let's not. You know, Monroe's pavement has a, like, thicker pavement than other places.
There's cement and there's pavement. This is pavement.
Well, no, I mean,
That's
like,
cement.
Monroe's floor and, like, outside of Monroe's, it's just so destructive. Like, anybody who's ever dropped anything on these grounds, everything just breaks.
I've dropped a couple of pieces, and they've bounced.
Like when you broke Sam's phone. Oh my God.
He thought I smashed his radio. I might be a bitch, but I'm not that much of a bitch. He was like, I thought you would have smashed it. I was like, oh, I wanted to use it, but I guess I can because you want it.
Were you nice and give back?
I keep forgetting. He can come get it when it gets bugly to get him to the vet.
If he watches these, he'll figure it out now.
Yeah.
That's how we'll know.
Sorry.
Unless Adrian tells me something like that.
Whatever.
So, you know, splat words sometimes.
No.
There's still hairs on my
He's like, how are we going to talk to each other? I'm like, we're not. I'll see you when I see you. That's what mutual breakup is. When I see you, hey, how doing?
You want to know something, though? She's happy. She's in a better place. She may be struggling in specific, you know, financial areas and shit, but shit happens.
Yeah, I lost 210 pounds and like $2,000 every 2 weeks. So I've been saying to everyone. They're like, how are you doing? I'm like, I lost 210 pounds and $2,000 every 2 weeks. You're telling me.
For a second, I was really questioning that, and then I realized that you meant oh, that's a way to put it. That is a way. On her freaking story today, she gets home and there was a popo in her next driveway. And she sits there and she posts on her story being like, oh, I guess I gotta vacuum the leaves. So I sit there and I send this is fucking hilarious. The way that you chose to say this is hilarious. And then she's like, oh man, I was was like, unless you meant that you actually were going to pull out a leaf vacuum, because there is a thing called leaf vacuum. But she's like, oh man, no.
That's correct.
Are we about to see a Sam asshole? If you know how to be polite, Brett. He doesn't know how to be polite.
No, none of the girls do. It's okay.
If anybody's asking the reason why I keep looking around me, it's just because I want to make sure I'm not knocking everything over, and we are in the bed of a truck. Eugene gets Chloe here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm parking her in January when I get my tax return, and I'm buying a Volvo.
Why am I going to Volvos?
Well, it's kind of what this said person wants me to get.
Oh, okay.
Because they're easy to work on, cheap on gas, safe.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
Willing to help me, I don't care.
I don't know if he was like, well,
You can get him for
I thought
$1,000.
I thought he was going to leave the parking lot, but I think he was parked. So. Yeah, do that loud enough you won't be able to hear what we say while we're over here. Just kidding, we're too loud.
I can't go as fast
Hold
as I
on,
can.
my feet are having issues.
I have issues.
There.
I have a lot of them.
It's just, it's kind of funny though in my lifetime, all the shit that I've been through where I have like actually, like, when they sit there and they say like age isn't a number, I feel like it's like that with friendships. Not with like relationships, but with friendships.
Too. Well,
Because
I'm the
we
younger
are
one.
5 years apart. And even though that we have had like snippets of shit come up here and there.
We have?
That was like one little fucking issue.
Oh.
I called Sam to see you next Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
With
I
a
got
situation, and you got mad at that. So
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
I'm a bitch.
brush it off, whatever, because it was nothing good.
It was. I don't know why I pretended that like I care.
Honestly, you're right. Maybe that was around after the timing of you being like, oh, no, fuck no more. Because this
give a
motherfucker chooses to wait to tell me until like recently. Oh yeah, I didn't even love Sam at this specific point in time when I was trying to tell her to fucking leave him.
I'm scared. Well, because I had like self-doubt that I wouldn't find love again, because like this said person that I'm talking to was with his baby moms, and I was like, you know, he's happy. He has a girl, a baby, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then I got with him, and then in May I found out he was, you know, Chinese, and then, fuck. My life went. And now I'm like, stay. It goes.
Anything else happened recently in your life?
My Dunkin' got bought by different owners,
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
and I went to register this.
Oh, it's fine.
I went to
They've broken
register this
with anyways.
freaking Wednesday, and I only got half a paycheck, so I had to pull money off my credit cards, which I just got a credit card too.
Yeah.
It takes more to pull it off, so I owed like double the amount back. But I didn't know I was getting half a paycheck. I needed this out of my, you know what I'm saying? I know.
I got scared.
But yeah.
Such a nice night out tonight.
I know. It's supposed to be, we're not supposed to get any warmer than this.
Yeah, so my morning and day was half shitty. Long story short, the day that I was getting out of the hospital previously to, no, not previously, I shouldn't even say that, sorry. The last time that I got out of the hospital, so the previous time that I got out of the hospital, my aunt, without saying too much, has a friend, and thank God it was Adrian's week off, but at the same time, because that kind of like helped my ass a lot, because my mother does not like drive for 45 minutes out of the way, especially on the highway, to like try and get from house to hospital or whatever. Like, it's especially a pain in the ass for me sitting there waiting on them. Like, it's a pain sitting in the hospital with an IV just waiting till, oh my god, it's got a point on it too. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass for me to be sitting there waiting with an IV, because obviously I wanted the IV out. Well, long story short, word went from me saying, oh, okay, whatever, because she said that she was, like, with her friend, so she obviously couldn't. I was like, okay, that's fine. So apparently my sister sent my aunt a message saying that I was pissed, that she couldn't come get me. number one, I was not like I can give a crap less. My aunt has worked her whole entire life since she was 16 years old. Lost her mother at a young age. Lost her father. Lost her mother, then lost her brother, then lost her father. But like she's been working since she was 16, and she's been doing her own thing. So I was like, you know what, like, because that's just that's how that mutual respect goes between me and her. So I wasn't thinking anything of it. So I had Adrian come up and get me. Well, let's just say that today, was it today? Today she called me.
Yeah.
And she's in New Hampshire on a girls' trip that she takes every year because she gets Christmas gifts and she has 3 or 4 specific friends. One that I actually grew up with and called Auntie Pam as well. And I'm friends with her daughters, or her daughter and son. Sorry, I meant to say her kids. But, so, yeah, they're up in New Hampshire and they're like, you know, having their own fun time and everything. And she called me and she's like, yeah, I got a matching pajama sets for you guys. And I was like, oh. But previously to that, the first time I answered the phone, she goes, I know you're mad at me. And I know we're not talking right now, da-da-da-da. But I got these and I want to talk to you about it and this and that. And then I was like, I don't know where, like, I respect my aunt with everything. At least try to. Like, she, like, was there when my parents were being assholes and shit like that. She's been there. So I was trying to be as respectful as possible when it came down to it. And I was like, yeah, you know, you sit there and you tell me that apparently somebody told you, which I didn't know it was actually when I had this conversation with her on the phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, somebody said that, Mom or Ashley said that they didn't send you a message, da-da-da-da-da, which, leave it to Ashley to keep it until the last freaking minute. And my sister wasn't even the one that spoke up about it, it was my mom. So, I'm sitting there, I know, right? I'm sitting there and I'm having this conversation with my aunt on the phone, and it ends with the fact of me being like, oh, well, I was never pissed, like, you know, that I literally sat there and I've been the one. When me and Adrian used to go over there, I used to be the most polite one about her, like, previous person that she was talking to.
Yeah.
I was the nicest one. My sister and my mother kind of put it down a little bit. I was the nicest one out of it. And she just, you know, I was like, you know, I kind of feel off-put and not too respected and okay with the situation that, you know, that's how that conversation went that day. And it's like it was all put on me, and I've been nothing but respectful about it.
Don't you hate that when you respect people and you don't get it back?
Exactly. She's the one that taught me about respect and all that shit, so I was like, come on. And then
it's always the bitches that teach you.
I go to my mother and I was like, so Auntie said that it was one of you that she has text messages, and my mother sat there on the couch and she was like, oh my freaking god, you know, your aunt already sat there and said, forget about it, da-da-da-da-da, I was like, but this is the thing, I feel so disrespected in this situation. Now, comment down below if, like, I shouldn't feel disrespected in this situation, but, like, I felt so fucking disrespected when I walked up to her and I was saying it, because it's like she was trying to make, my mother was trying to make it all about me, being, like, all upset with it, and I'm like, I'm not even upset about it. You know, I'm just sitting here living life, doing, you know, respecting the shit out of her and everything else, and this is how it goes.
Big kid life sucks.
I hate you either, trust me. I know a lot of
I
people
have
say
bills
that,
in my name now.
Okay, you do have more responsibility than I did at that age.
I have a truck, insurance, light bill, rent,
but you don't
water.
have to, truck, you should say gas money though, because you don't have, do you have to keep paying on this, or was it paid off when he passed
no,
away?
it's paid off, but I'm saying, like, every month I have to pay the insurance, and I'm a new driver.
How much is it? Do not get into any difficult situations. You are away from him now.
Yeah, I was about to say,
keep it.
He's crashed, not me. I injure.
You keep it. Dude, it got to the point where
I do like going fast.
Since your first accident, though, it got to the point where now everybody calls possibly going through the windshield on the icy road pulling up Chloe.
Yeah.
And that was even before you and I were, like, actually hanging out, starting to be actual friends and all that shit. I used to say the same.
Listen, I want to see my speed from the other day. So, I'm not calling myself out because my grandma watches this. But, I was going to prick the fish.
Oh, come on, phone. Really? Oh, yeah, what else do I have to share? Oh, so when my father came upstairs today... when my father came upstairs to talk to me today, I was like...
Great.
Because, first of all, he didn't even come upstairs to talk to me. He came upstairs because
wait,
he wanted to give my sister the heating patch for her back because
Look,
apparently
you
she
can see
pulled,
this one's yard.
That's funny. Apparently she pulled her back or something, pulled a muscle on her ass, I don't know, whatever. But he came upstairs and he goes to put the thingy into the box or something, and he went to go knock on Ashley's door, but obviously like you have to pass by him to knock on her door.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, where's your mother and sister? Your sister home? I was like, they left. And I was like really, like not
They
rude to him
left.
about it, but I was like rude about the situation. And I was like, yeah. So this whole tip went on. He's like, yeah, I heard it upstairs. I just thought that you guys were all like yelling at each other and giggling along and this and that. I was like, no, I was yelling at my mother. Like, this is the thing. I respect the person who gave me birth, but at the same time, she is very hostile the way that she is. And that's how she's going to be, and that's how she's always been. And apparently, according to my father, it's the same thing. Now, it seems like both of them try and, like, you know, split my ways and be, like, against this person, but at this point in my stage in life, I'm just like, I'm gonna listen to y'all, but, like, I'm not gonna change my mind on what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking.
No, ma'am.
Besides
Not
how,
today.
Besides
Not
how,
today.
you know, they come at me and speak to me about it is how I will respect the situation back.
See, that's what like
So.
I'm trying to get with this one. Like, I'm trying to be nice and be honest and stuff, but he says something. Cause he knows I know he ain't telling the truth.
That I'm not too sure with you about right now, because sometimes he doesn't really share a lot of stuff with Adrian anymore, but at the same time...
She was hanging out here all day yesterday.
The one that...
The girl I said that they went to dinner with.
You need to show me this person's Facebook or whatever later on.
I can do it right now.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because I might know this person, I might not. I don't know.
I went to high school with her. She was in my grade. I helped her out.
Julia at one point?
Yeah,
Oh,
I helped her out when she was low. Like, low. Like, I'm not stupid.
Well, in all, I've never actually seen the girl in person. I don't know her body type, but at the same time, I really don't think, like, after seeing how you and Sam had a relationship, I don't get how he could find her.
Everyone's just downgrade.
I don't know her in order to say that. I don't want to be that mean.
No, I know, but that's...
Are they coming from the police station? Because if they're coming from the police station, you might have to pause.
Trevor's here.
Trevor! Trevor's here! We're gonna have to pause because people are here. Okay, so we are back. We had one of our friends,
Acquaintances.
we're both distant cousins of them, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, he pulled in and then we took a bathroom break because we both had to pee. Yeah. Ew, I know. Oh, my freaking bed all over my hand.
I can't help it. What the hell? Can you tell us? I don't know if they can tell me the cool noodles, ball, life jackets, my radio box, a can of soup thing, my floor mats.
At least the inside of your truck is clean.
What do you say? Go look at that shit.
You cleaned it the other day on Snapchat.
Yeah, no. There's a big ass baby curse. There's a tarp, there's clothes. I fucked them all up. Yeah, I'm driving with a child, but like I could do it with Colton because like it's Colton, but like the thought of doing it with their kid, I was like, okay, this is baby's really sick. Like, really sick. Very like ill since birth. But like it's a lot. And like I'm not even saying like he's pressuring me into like doing stuff or anything, but like I don't want to hurt that child because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I've been around sick people my whole life, but this is like it's a baby.
I mean, that is very true. Yeah. Honestly, I'd probably have the same anxiety.
And like, I've hung out with them. I've played with him. He plays rough. He acts like nothing's ever been wrong, but it's like when certain things happen, you have to take a different approach than like Colton. You know what I'm saying? Like if Colton has a cough, it's okay. Here's some Tylenol. This kid can't have Tylenol. He was born with one kidney, so you have to give him this. And because of his stomach issues and esophagus issues, you have to give him this too. And like,
Wow. That's so sad. Such a young
but
kid.
he's so freaking cute. Full of life. Full of life.
It looks like it.
He FaceTime me every night. He's with his father. So every night, like around like 8:30, I'll get a FaceTime from him so he can say goodnight.
That's sweet.
Wait, I can show you this. Because I'd like this. I'm sorry. That's so sweet. Oh, look at me, my name. Titty pics, $1,000. Did you see that on my story? Where that someone asked if they could see my boobs, and I said $1,000.
Yes.
He was like, I barely have 10. I'm like, you lost.
At least you set boundaries for yourself.
They're priceless. They're so uneven. Oh my god. That's just how I feel. I fucking like you. Ow!
I got some stuff stuck in the. Oh, what the hell is that on the lens now? They got some stuff stuck in the top and the bottom of the frames, but other than that, they'd be doing good.
Me. Who in the hell put a woman in a freezer?
I thought you were talking about the fucking muffler coming in, and I was like, who do what now? I just elbowed your. For once, it actually didn't hear. I thought the shot was.
Every time I hit my
Is that a
elbow.
popo?
Where?
Sitting behind
Oh
the other
hell,
side?
I can't leave, man. Fuck no. Fuck, man. He's gonna pull out right behind me.
Fine. You're literally being so paranoid.
Bongs. In my passenger seat.
Put it away.
Roaches everywhere.
Put it away.
We're gonna put it in the car seat.
It might not be a cow. Is it a cow?
Yeah, no, that's the
Oh yeah, I can see, because I can see the white and black fucking cruisers that they still have.
the Chevy.
That's a Ford.
That's Chevy.
That's a Ford.
That's Chevy.
Adrian
Girl,
told me
I
that
know
was a Ford.
they're Chevy Tahoes.
Are they the new ones that are the Chevys? The new black one?
That's
Like
the
full
new
black
one.
That's black and white one.
They're both black and white now, honey.
No, the new ones have like the
Bitch,
blue on them.
that is the new one. And it's a fucking Chevy Tahoe who can't turn. They're trying to chase me down one time when I was still with Sam. Right? Sam's car's little. It can take turns pretty fast. They're trying to take.
Oh, the fucking all the reflections in my glasses just scared me. Sorry. Yeah.
We're going like down Schoolhouse at like 60. They can barely.
You
do
can
that.
take Schoolhouse at 60.
You can take it at like 90.
I can't do that.
I do it.
Especially that thing, I can't do that.
Bitch, I be doing 45, 50 now.
Good Jesus.
And she a heavy bitch.
He does the same thing, but I think it's because his parents live on the street. So, like, he knows he can do that. The awkwardness that, looking back and seeing that cop like 7 fucking times now it just took. Just to realize that it
Now
was
fuck that bitch. I'm so tired and on another planet.
a dream.
Mentally, yeah.
It's been a long day. It's been a long
I was late
week.
to work again.
You've been being late to work?
Because, yeah. Only because, like, I'm so used to having someone in the bed with me, waking me up, make sure I am up, that my body's just like, and like I have a body pillow because I don't like sleeping alone. Like,
That's kind of sweet though.
So like I put my arms around it like it, you know.
Yeah.
And so like my body's like, oh no, he'll wake you up. He's not there. No one's there.
It's such a sad way to put it too. It's okay. They don't really sit at post for too long. Sit at post, meaning they'll sit somewhere and they'll post up for like 20-30 minutes. So normally they don't post up too long in one spot. What the hell is that? It sounds like a boat. So I went down Industrial Parkway and I was coming out where the underpass is. I looked over, you know, left, right, left, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is for walking across the street, but still. And I see this like camper type of thingy.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that he was trying to back up because I guess he couldn't make it through. So I make my left turn, I'm going like under, and he's starting to back up, and I'm like, oh my god, is he gonna like K-turn?
Right.
And then I realized that he was just literally straight just trying to back up, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So I just drove right past him, but his camper was that was like fancy and huge. He would have definitely not made it under the underpass. The top of that thing would have been like...
Me and my significant other bought a pop-up.
Isn't that cute? My parents had one when they
Well,
were
it's-
younger. It's loud as fuck.
See, it's only loud when I don't want it to be loud.
Yeah.
And I also need hearing aids.
My phone's been being a my cousin. What's she do?
Yeah.
She's hooked up. She has hearing aids. That sounded like it hurt, honey.
Why have it ear infection?
Oh my god, speaking of that, actually, I've had this, like, on and off pain for the last few years in my left ear, like, at my eardrum, but after all the shit that I've been through, I think it's literally just because I scratched at one point with, like, my using a Q-tip or whatever, which, whatever, I'll have to deal with it, whatever. When I was at the hospital one of the past times, I literally said it to 3 different people, and then when doctor finally decided to come in and check my ear, he's like, oh yeah, nothing's wrong with your ear. I feel, like, pain in it though, like pain as if like I were to have damaged my whatever the hell it's called, eardrum, because Alex obviously my ex's sister stabbed him in his left ear when he was younger because he was trying to sleep, which I thought this kid's a light sleeper, guess not at that point in time. Busted out his left eardrum and made him bleed. She stuck a thermometer, I'm pretty sure, in there. She wanted to take his temperature.
Oh,
And she
was like...
And she stuck a thermometer in his ear, I'm pretty sure it was, and she popped his left eardrum, and that's the reason why every single time, like, anybody ever talked to him, he would have his right ear to people, because he could not hear out of his left ear.
Both my ears suck.
Don't
My
fall
foot's
off.
not. It's Ford F-1 shitty. I want to get stickers for my truck, but the stickers I ordered is kind of inappropriate.
Was that your back?
That was my yep.
That sounded like it hurt. Oh, I heard that again. Jesus, you heard it?
The car accident, not only, well, because I was scrunched over, like, sitting, leaning forward, going through my purse, like, you know.
Yeah.
And my knees hit the dash when I went up, so I popped my hips out, and I broke the cartilage that keeps them in place.
I'm not good with, like, under the skin stuff.
If I move this bone anymore, it will go right through my skin.
Ew.
You want to see it?
No.
My foot's numb.
I fell asleep on you?
Pins and needles. And it's my right foot. It's my pedal and brake foot. But my hips are giving out because I'm broken.
My mom said at one point, I told her that my hips have been hurting a lot recently because it started off my knees like 2-3 years ago. And then that's when Adrian got me the brace thing, and I was putting on my right knee, then ended up being my left knee. And then my hips started to fucking hurt. Like walking, sitting down, doing whatever.
Well, are you...
My mom's like, I really hope you're young.
Are you
I get
crazy
hip
when
surgery
it
by
comes to that?
26.
You know what I'm trying?
Decently.
Like, pillow princess? No, okay.
Trust me, my thighs hurt a lot.
Look at that would be out.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it's so past my bedtime. I go to bed at like 8 now. I'm so old. I know, but you have that nightly routine now that I'm single.
That you're single?
And then I watch one episode of Trailer Park Boys while snuggling Bugaloo.
Oh, sweet.
He likes me now. But he's going to Daddy's house.
So buttery biscuits, I'm gonna call Sam from now on.
Buttery biscuits.
Buttery biscuits was being Actually, you were trolling him while we were in the office, you asshole.
I'm a bitch.
They were being... I already
Civil.
forgot the nickname I have for him. See? That's what happens. Oh, butter biscuit. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Anyways. Yeah. They seem civil when they're in the same room.
I just think he's so funny.
With all the shit that he's done to you, I can't really disagree with you. Like, it is.
Just like a minute, bro. I'm about to admit my faults.
About to. That's what he did.
For what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna tell him everything. He doesn't deserve to be lied to. Period. Period. Brick Barbie.
Hey, look. We were right. It wasn't.
Ha ha ha! It's the Chevy Tahoe Beach.
Is that what cars sound like nowadays?
Oh no! Let me lock my chicken and open my door.
It sounds like somebody broke into that stuff on that job lot.
Dollar Tree.
Can you even steal anything from there? Like if you walk out, will anything go off?
Yeah.
For educational purposes, I'm just kidding. Yeah, somebody's car's going off now. That's a weird alarm. The reason why I know that my car has an alarm.
I set mine off.
Trevor set mine off. Motherfucker sits there in my car one day when it first got registered, long ass time ago at this point. And he takes my key fob or whatever it is with the alarm button on it and presses the alarm button while we're sitting in the goddamn car. And then I put the key in and turn it on.
How do I make it stop making noise?
First you have to put the key in and turn it on. Chloe!
We're just gonna test it. I have an old truck. I'm scared.
I think that's job lot. I'm pretty sure that
97 Ford F1 Shitty has one.
Hello? So, I'm pretty sure it's the job lot, whatever the fuck that's going off. And Chloe, in the middle of the almost rest of the podcast, had to, she wanted to hear if her car had an alarm. So, I thought it was a car for a second. So, she set it off, and she's like, how do I turn it off? And I was like, all I know is put the key in the ignition. So she got in the car, she pressed the button, and she turned on the truck.
She old bitty, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was just for educational purposes. OSPD is very slow.
No.
They're not in the plaza. Meaning that they're not even here. They're that slow. There was one sitting in the parking lot literally 5 minutes previous to this going off there. That's kind of funny. Good
Okay.
Jesus. So,
my truck has a baby.
our town cops are really slow if this has been going off for this long.
Deadass.
I'm so confused. That's definitely job lot's alarm. Bruh, there was literally one cop just sitting in the parking lot behind us, or two parking lots behind us for like 20 minutes. And now when an alarm goes off in the middle of the plaza, they ain't even that way. So, do we possibly want to go to the Dollar Tree in next podcast?
Yeah, we'll do that next podcast.
So,
I'll have more money.
We'll go to the Dollar Tree next podcast. That's really annoying. I'm gonna get ADD. Oh my god. My ADD has not annoyed me in years, and this is really annoying me. I see it's it's getting to her too. But anyways, so I was glad to get most of that stuff off my chest, and that was great because
My life's crazy.
none of my family ever watches this.
My family does. It's not gonna be that bad though. They don't judge you
For the shit that you post on here.
My nana's hardcore judging me since I backed into her fucking car. Not allowed to park in the other driveway now. So don't go near my car!
Is she getting it fixed?
I'm paying for it. $1,200.
That's not that bad, excuse me. That's not that
Bitch,
bad.
that's bad when you lost $2,000 every 2 weeks. Bye, bitch.
So is this, like, is their alarms not
I
set
bet
like
you
Laura's?
by the time I leave, they won't even be here.
Wow.
The gospel van is here.
So, it was a great first podcast sitting in November. Oh, I just almost broke this.
And we'll have to talk behind the scenes about Christmas. Picture me.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we'll
It pinched her, so she threw it.
Me with the scorpion.
Oh my lord. So yeah, everything's been going well on our side. Jesus, sorry. Everything's been going well on our side. And still not here. Adventures will be coming in the future. We'll be planning a lot more stuff out for these things.
Yes. Yes, we will.
I feel like next year we should definitely plan earlier on the fact of October
Everything
and pumpkins.
that has a, like, every month that has a holiday, we should plan. Like, maybe get together earlier next podcast and sit down for the month of
Honestly, that
December, February, and March. Those are the 3 holidays that yeah, so we'll get together for that one.
It is 7:39, so we have been recording for a decent time now. And she's tired.
I work early in the morning. So, and I don't sleep. What's sleep? You sleep sometimes.
Apparently, if you've been late, you've been sleeping.
Because I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep, and then I fall asleep, and then I'm like, oh, fuck! As long as I'm not late on Sundays, that's where it really counts. Because Sundays I open by myself. The other days I open with my brother.
Great.
Love
You
him.
probably are insulting each other the whole entire time. Yeah. Alright, so, we will see you guys in the... What the hell is that?
The next...
Is that my face? Oh, that is my face.
It's
Because the light was being weird. We will see you guys in the next podcast. Hope you have a good night, day, whatever you're watching this. Yeah. And positive vibe life is great.